Hey, Sean here from SpeedQBView.com. Today I want to go over algorithms for 4-look last layer. This would be 2-look OLL and 2-look PLL. I want to do it in one video so it's well organized. Learning all of them in one sitting is not a task you should try to do, and I would say to just watch a little of the video at a time, either the way it's set up, or feel free to jump around. I will have the links in the different sections of the video in the description below. Now learning 4-look is not delaying learning 2-look last layer. Every algorithm in this 4-look tutorial is used in 2-look as well. Many of the algorithms are common movements called triggers. The most common one you will see is called the quote sexy move, which is RU, R', U'. If you do not quite understand notation yet, please check out the video I did on that by either clicking on the video shown or through the link in the description. I personally would get confused by notation sometimes, and instead just got used to what the hand movements are. I would suggest with any of the algorithms that you just do them repeatedly until they are mostly in your muscle memory, and you can do them without thinking too much about the letters. I will go through each one kind of fast so you can use this as a resource to go back to. If I spent a few minutes on each one, the video would be way too long, and you can just always rewatch or pause at a certain step. Lastly, many people have slightly different algorithms that they use. These are the ones that I like. If the notation shown has letters that appear in parentheses, it's either to indicate that the moves will be done more than once, or just to help organize the way it looks. Let's start with orienting the top layer, or OLL. We will start with the edges. What you want to do is make a cross on top. If you have a straight bar, put that bar horizontal and do F, sexy move, which is RU, R', U', and end with F'. If you have an L shape, put that in the upper left corner, and do F, and then reverse sexy move, which is U, R', R', and end with F'. Lastly, if you have only a dot, do F, sexy move, and then S, sexy move, followed by a lowercase f', which moves both the front and middle face back. Now we need to take care of the corners. There are a few more algorithms for this one. If you have no corners oriented correctly but have headlights on both sides, put them facing towards and away from you and do F, sexy move 3 times, followed by F'. If you have no corners oriented and headlights on only one side, point the headlights to the left and do RU2, R2, U', R2, U', R2, U2R. If you have 3 corners needing to be oriented, it's often called a soon case. You put the solved corner in the front, as well as an incorrect corner with the top color facing you. If the unsolved corner that is facing you is on the right side, you do RU, R', RU2, R'. And if it's on the left side, you do L', U', L, U', L', U2, L. That is just a mirror of the other side, and this is a perfect example as to where I focus more on how the cube moves instead of all the letters in the algorithm. If you have 2 corners that need to be oriented, you will either have headlights, in which you have them face you and do R2D, R', U2, RD', R', U2, R'. If they're on the same side, but facing out, you do this fun case, lowercase r, U, R', U', lowercase r', F, R, F'. This is basically the sexy move with a little r for the first step, and then a different trigger called sledgehammer, with again a little r at the beginning instead of a capital R. Lastly, if you have 2 corners needing to be oriented, and they are opposite corners, have one of the top colors face you on the left side, and do R'F, RB', R'F', RB. Now let's move on to permuting the top layer, or PLL. Let's start with the corners this time. You can tell when corners are permuted properly when you have headlights with all the side colors. If you have headlights on all 4 sides, you are all set. If you only have a pair of headlights, you'll put them in the back and do what is known as an A-perm. R'F, R'B2, R'F', R'B2, R2. Now there are different ways of doing this case and different permutations like a T-perm that could be used, but this is what I learned first and it worked well for me for the time being. If you have no headlights, I first learned to do a Y-perm, but I feel an N-perm is a bit easier to remember. The algorithm is R'U, L', U2, RU', L twice. Lastly, you have the final edges. If you have 3 edges that need to be moved, put the solved side in the back and do a U-perm. If the front edge color needs to go to the right, do RU', RU, RU, RU', R', U', R2. If you need to move the front edge piece to the left, you do the mirror. L', U, L', U', L', U', L', U, L, U, L2. If you have 4 edges that need to be permuted, you will either have an H-perm, where the edges are on opposite sides of each other, M2U, M2U2, M2U, M2. Finally, if you have edges that need to be swapped to the side next to it, put two of the sides that need to be swapped in the front and the right and do a Z-perm. M2U, M2U, M'U2, M2U2, M'U2. Now again, people will have different thoughts on what the best algorithm to use is, and later on you'll most likely learn different ones for the same case, and find what works best for you. Take your time with this, don't rush it, and just enjoy learning a case or two at a time, and give your brain some time to take in all the information. Please feel free to leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe for more videos like this, and stop by speedqbreview.com for more news and reviews.